Oh, wait, my bad. I forgot. This one.
Yeah. All right. Should have waited a second. We're a little early, but that's okay. Let's rock. How y'all doing? Eric Taylor, Taylor's Your Coaching.
I got a hip-hop heart and a hip-hop soul. Hip-hop will always take control. Kick it for the kids and the brothers doing this. Cause hip-hop is where I live. I got a hip-hop heart and a hip-hop soul. Hip-hop will always take control. Kick it for the kids and the brothers doing this. Cause hip-hop is where I live. Hey yo, my hip-hop energy level is more than supreme. And I take it very serious cause I'm a true fiend. Yo, this gleaming extra glitz. It sounded like the kids. I wish this summer y'all would quit. Said I truly loving it. Hip-hop has got a heart, a temple, and a soul. And when you pimp and play with it, you lost all control. Your goal should be love, skill, and respect. Not immature flossing just to get a rep. Your minds are kept, so be careful because your steps are wrong. And just because they're playing it doesn't mean they even know your song. Change the title and the vital way of dropping it. I'm mocking it and rocking it. You're dirty wearing stocking it. And yes, I'm clocking it because your time is running low. And if you love hip-hop, you would glorify no dough. So what about the DJ and the real flow? And all the B-boys on the cardboard, Joe. Sometimes I think I'm in a dreamy nightmare. Cause I remember when everybody doing it used to care. Sometimes I think I'm in a dreamy nightmare. Remember, always cared. I got a hip-hop heart and a hip-hop soul. Hip-hop will always take control. Kick it for the kids and the brothers doing this. Cause hip-hop is where I live. I got a hip-hop heart and a hip-hop soul. Hip-hop will always take control. Kick it for the kids and the brothers doing this. Cause hip-hop is where I live. Every time I spit a rhyme, I
Glorify my day. What's up, y'all? That's what it is. It's your boy, Eric Taylor, Tailored to You Coaching, episode 10 of the Knowledge is Love podcast. All right. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm excited to join you. This week was crazy, right? I wanted to do like Wednesday, Saturday. Hey, it's Thursday, Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. Been having a great time, great food, family. We're going to have some more fun tomorrow. I did a sound bath meditation healing this morning. First time ever. Blew my mind. It was really an experience, to say the least. It was kind of crazy, look crazies. It was amazing. I recommend, if you've never done it, to try doing something like that. I had a really good time. And, it's wild. So I did a little, we're going to talk about the outer planets, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. Some perspective on Mercury in retrograde. Came on a couple minutes early. Anybody?
Yeah, we have 3 people.
Oh, but the chat thing, I don't think it's working. Are you guys typing in the chat? Because I think like last time it was messing up.
Pop out chat? Oh, no. Not yet, no.
Okay. Can we fix it back? Be careful.
Mm-hmm. It's a live chat.
I know, but we can't see.
I just did pop-out chat. That's what I do all the time.
Just try to see if you can minimize or get back.
Oh, we have Mad Gaming, he said.
Oh, Mad Gaming's in?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, how's everything going?
What's up, man? So, hey, Mad Gaming. I just can't see myself. I don't know. I'm having Mercury retrograde is killing your boy. I'm having crazy issues. But I did cast a little chart for this live tonight. And the moon is conjunct Saturn in Aquarius as the Sagittarius rising right now in the sky with a whole bunch of planets, right? The sun, Mercury, Venus, the North Node, in the 7th house. Right? That's the other half, which is you. So that means you guys got to communicate back to me tonight in the chat, right? And just as we talk about everything that's going on, what if we do a back arrow or no? Will that take us out?
There's no back arrow.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can go back like that, but that doesn't, there's no back arrow straight out.
Okay. All right. Don't mess with it because you all right. Well, anyway,
Oh, it's so weird.
yeah, we're having some tech issues here, but I cannot see myself, but we can see the chat. The chat's working, right? So that we're good. So anyway, what's kind of interesting, and then I also did, I don't know, I was in a weird mood because I was just looking at some things with Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. Uranus was first, 17, I think 84, 81. William and Caroline Herschel, this and that. Then you got Neptune, I think it was 1836. I forget the dates, right? But then Neptune and then Pluto in the 1930s, right? Atomic bomb, Neptune dealing with just a wave of spirituality and even things spiritually for people from the East coming to the West, Buddhism, Hinduism, stuff like that. Just a lot of things in terms of for sound and creativity with music. And then Uranus, literally just the bringing in of trying to form and harness the electricity from the sky. Uranus is the god of the sky, right? The god of gods, and it really goes back to it's Jupiter's grandfather, Saturn's father. Saturn castrated Uranus. This is all Greek mythology, but just like Gaia, Mother Earth, but Gaia is really Isis and Uranus is really Osiris from ancient Kemet. Okay, so just taking it back even further, and then even Mercury is supposed to be like 3000 BC, in terms of its discovery. Now, Mercury rules communication, learning, writing, logical, critical thinking, and analytical thinking, ideas. Mercury is the mimic. It's texting, social media. It's the court gesture, comedy, art, design, broadcasting, right? Journalism, the news media, all that stuff. So I guess let's just talk about the Mercury in retrograde real quick. The one thing I would say, if you've got Mercury in retrograde in your actual birth chart, in your natal chart, it won't usually affect you. And what Mercury in retrograde is really about is having to honor it, to slow down, but to reanalyze, rethink. Old communications can come back up again from exes, from previous arguments and relationships. They would say, oh, it's not a good time to sign contracts and deals. It's different if you already have the intention prior to the Mercury in retrograde to, then do something. Hey, you guys, but while it's going on from May 29th to June 22nd, I would not try to enter into necessarily, new things. But I'll say this Mercury retrograde is affecting me. I have all my clients, I let them know I'm just having computer issues, probably won't be fixed to Tuesday or Wednesday. And I've been dealing with Apple and my computer specialist for probably the last week. And even the people at Apple don't know. Okay. And a lot of it is because I do so much work for you guys and I wasn't, dealing with terabytes on the computer and craziness. But I found it fascinating because my knowledge of astrology and knowing everything about Mercury in retrograde and it being retrograde in my birth chart, it never really seems to bother me. But this time it's different because it's coming in right off the wave of the energy of the lunar eclipse, right? That super blood moon. So it's kind of ironic that tonight we're doing the Ascendant in Sagittarius as coming on live with you, and the moon conjunct Saturn. And then you've got sort of this sextile and trine between Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, right? So only Mercury and Pluto are currently in retrograde. Pluto in Capricorn, and Uranus is in Taurus. We'll be there to the end of 2025. And then Neptune in Pisces, which is sextile the Capricorn and the Taurus, right? and the Capricorn and Taurus, Uranus and Pluto and the trine. So I'll be asking you guys just how you feel the outer planet energy affects you. But in general, right, we're kind of going in order. Uranus is really about, these are all very karmic planets. We can't see them with the naked eye, which is why the ancients and the Vedic astrologers originally weren't honoring them. But now a lot of the Vedic astrologers are coming around and noticing the importance of Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, and are, maybe using them or practicing them or understanding how they, but they still don't give them ownership of houses or signs. Right. So, Uranus's traditional ruler is Uranus, right? The modern Western ruler, right? For Aquarius, it's Uranus, but it's normally Saturn in tradition, right? For Aquarius. And then with Neptune, Neptune is for Pisces, but Pisces is with Sag with Jupiter. Okay. And then Pluto had nothing, and Mars is with Scorpio. And so we've put Pluto to, I ain't do it, but Pluto to Scorpio. And it kind of makes sense, but just in general, Uranus is your soul, depending on what house it's in, is really seeking its true freedom. And it can be through sudden events and chaos and pushing the envelope, being the rebel, the black sheep, being weird, unique, and bizarre. But it is all types of electricity, extreme weather, sudden events, sociology. It's the higher octave of Mercury. So it's brilliant, genius energy, technology, computers. No, it doesn't necessarily rule those, but they are greatly connected. And you could see it even through different transits, when you had these certain transits with, I think, Uranus and Pluto and was it 65, 66 when IBM had the first business computer, and later on we had the first personal computers, and then we get into all this other stuff. But so it's just fascinating. And just understand Uranus transits, 84 years around the birth chart. It can retrograde and usually does, but it's about 7.5 years in each sign. So around your 84th, 85th birthday, you could have your Uranus returns. Okay. Neptune, 165 years. And it retrogrades, and it varies how long it is in each sign. It can be 12, 14, 13, 15, 16 years. And then Pluto, it's 268. So America is about to have their Pluto return in Capricorn in 2022, before it goes to Pluto in Aquarius in end of 2023, in 27 degrees. Which is why we're having this great change and reset in America, right? So we talked about Uranus, right? Uranus, however you want to call it. Now, Neptune, though, oh my gosh. And I'm sorry, my energy is not as high as it normally is, just because this sound bath today just got me so chill. But it's cool because it's another side of me. I'm a very chill person, but I like to get hyped, and we'll get hyped more when I start talking back and forth with you guys and your questions. But Neptune, it is illusion. It's magic, creativity, imagination, agape, Christ-like love, spirituality. It's almost like a higher octave of Venus, but co-ruler of the 12th house, right? Ancients had Jupiter ruling the 12th as well. But when you think about Neptune being so nebulous, and that fog and that veil, and having issues discerning, right now, Neptune in Pisces in America's charts in the 4th house. So we're having deception in the homeland, deception in the home through the media, illusion, magic, a lot of creativity, right? Netflix, Hulu, you've got 600 or 2,000 channels to watch. Apple, Hulu, this one, that one, YouTube, Facebook. Everybody's got their own TV channel, Peacock. Everybody's got their streaming system. You've got so many channels, you can't even keep up with what to watch, when to watch, who to watch, whatever. Okay. And Neptune is film and photography. it's poetry, it's dance, it's music, you know. But Neptune is idealistic, unrealistic. So sometimes where we have Neptune in the chart, it's also, just so you know, chemicals, right? It's, what did I say?
So can you turn on the light because I can't see what they said.
Why don't you come on the other side? Okay. That's all right.
Okay.
But Neptune, you know, Neptune is really, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Monet said, or Monet, hey, how's it going?
Okay. Who else is there? Hey, Moni. Monet. How you guys doing?
Mary Wada, happy to make live.
Oh, hey, Mary. Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, this is episode 10, my podcast, Knowledge is Love. I'm just talking about the outer planets now and Mercury in retrograde a little bit. And then we'll get to your questions. And I brought the birth chart for this live tonight. Aquarius moon, Sagittarius rising right now in the sky. 7 p.m. on the West Coast, 10 p.m. Eastern. It's a Sagittarius ascendant. Pretty interesting. So Gemini's in the 7th house. So we are going to communicate tonight. So I just want to finish talking about. But just remember with Neptune, it is magic. You know, it is all these things. So when you think of these outer planets, but they're, how can I explain it? They're very much connected to karma, spirituality, and soul in the chart, you know what I mean? And sort of even past life energy, if you believe in past life stuff. But Neptune, it's sometimes in a lot of ways undescribable. You know, when you think about the waters in the deep ocean, we know so little about it still. With all the technology, all the science, you know, it makes you think about ancient Atlantis and stuff. And then when we get to Pluto, I mean, gosh, can you imagine all those years to get a Pluto return for America's chart? And, you know, it goes with the generations, right? Pluto and Leo is supposed to help teach the Pluto and Scorpio generation. And I don't think they're really doing their job. So I think Pluto and Virgo's got to step up to help them, which makes perfect sense. Why? Because Scorpio and Virgo were together. Libra came in and separated them. That's why the glyph for the Scorpio is like the M and then the tail, right? And then the Virgo, the M and the tuck down. They were, you know, they're very similar. Virgos and Scorpios, Virgo's the light side, Scorpio's the dark side, both feminine energy. So Libra came in to balance it out, you know, but Pluto itself, super, and just know this, even though you see it on the internet and what they say, Uranus is really transformative. It's coming in like a tsunami, an earthquake, a hurricane, right? All this stuff. And then Pluto, they say it's transformative, but it's transmutation because it's the Scorpio going from the Scorpion, then trying to go through the change of the Phoenix rising, which the flames are burning your butt. It hurts through the pain, trauma, and crises, right? And then when you're on the other side and you're in a high vibration, you ascend and you're soaring like the eagle. So that's a beautiful thing with Pluto. Pluto is, you know, Hades, the underworld. You're talking about the metaphysics, the occult. Occult just means things that are sort of secretive and hidden. It's CSI, DNA, FBI, CIA, espionage, spies, taxes, inheritance, right? Debt. I mean, this is sort of the 8th house, but Pluto karmically, it's your soul psyche. Okay. And so when you see it in your chart, no matter the generation, it's also really a lesson in surrender, to let go, let God, and to heal. You're going to be Pluto people. And when they say like you're a Pluto person, right? It doesn't matter if you're Pluto, Libra, Virgo, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorns now, right? Like my young assistant, Pluto and Capricorn. And when they call you like a Pluto type person, it's usually when your sun is conjunct Pluto. Okay. Which can be really intense, just like having Pluto on the ascendant. It's this big calling, and not saying Scorpio on the ascendant, actually Pluto, whatever your rising sign is, it's going to make you go through a lot of serious transformations in your life and changes. And sometimes for family members and loved ones, people like to put people in boxes because of the programming and brainwashing of our world and colonization. We like to label things, and labels can be positive. Most of the time they're not, but they can be extremely negative because God made each one of us, and the birth chart is the map of your life, so complex and unique. My twins are only 7 minutes apart, but just because that 1 degree on the ascendant difference and the vibration of the numerology of their names, totally two different human beings. The rest of the chart is the same, but you can see the degree difference and how that vibrates, through the rest of their chart. It's mind-blowing. So back to the comedy for a second. So September 10th, 1981, I had a birthday party and the weekend or whatever. And the Saturday, the 12th, my birthday was a Thursday, I guess that year. Saturday, the 12th. Show you how the mind works. I thought it was a Saturday morning, 1980, but it was 1981. The Smurfs premiered. So I just was thinking about it, and I don't know, it was making me think of Uranus energy, weird, right? The Smurfs. And so the chart, though, obviously a Virgo sun, but it was a Libra ascendant, Libra Pluto, Libra Mercury, Libra Venus. We're talking about Saturday morning, September 12th in New York City. And you can look at the chart. It was just, it was just fascinating. So my Virgo sun was in the 12th house at that time. I had this great sleepover party. And I just loved the Smurfs growing up. It was sort of nebulous, like Neptune, transformative, like Pluto, in terms of all the cartoons. The Smurfs was so different at that time. And then it was very Uranus, right? Very weird, bizarre, unique, futuristic, right? Blue little people that talked, that were like this Gargamel and the cat, Azrael. I mean, it was just... and there's a lot of science and stuff behind that stuff too, right? But I just thought it was funny, and I just kind of wanted to share it with you, and you guys can share some of your memories of the Smurfs or cartoons. And if you guys are way younger, you might have other different cartoons you like. But, so I just want you guys to know, in your natal birth chart, and really in transit, they move slower, but those outer planets, when they're hitting your sun or hitting your moon, or hitting the nodes, it can be a whirlwind storm in your life. And Pluto is going to tell you to purge. What do you need to let go of that no longer serves you? Uranus is saying, what do you need to radically change? And depending on the house, it could be your identity, your creativity, your work. You know what I mean? It's unstable, but remember, it's tilted on its side, right? Pluto's kind of brown tan. Uranus is like this greenish blue. Neptune is blue. I guess they call the color like a azul or azul. Not like Spanish azul, right? But so like a tealish blue, which is the artwork I put up, down there in my community for this live and stuff. So, but let me take some of your questions and stuff. I'm gonna rock for a bit.
Yeah. Monet said I have Neptune in first and Capricorn.
Okay, so yeah, and I have Neptune on the ascendant as well. And what can happen, it's really fascinating. You can be extremely creative, a great actor. Tom Cruise has it. Robin Williams might have had it. I can't remember, or it might have been in his 12th house, but a lot of good actors have it. You're going to be very spiritual, creative, imaginative, right? But Neptune, your early years, it's hard. It can be very hard for you to have a strong self-identity. There's a fog over your childhood in terms of like, I am. You can't pinpoint and say who I am. And it's around the events of your family. And the Neptune, we chose the time we were born. So choosing that Neptune on the ascendant is like, I guess, preparing you for a lot of confusion, and your childhood, you could be a little idealistic about it or unrealistic about it and not remember things clearly. But it also can make you a very intuitive healer. For me, I have it in Scorpio, so that vibrates different from the Capricorn. But the Capricorn, it's hard because Neptune doesn't have boundaries, right? It's nebulous. It's like this water flowing in Capricorn, having that on the ascendant. It's, being mature, structured, disciplined, some restrictions. So maybe you had some restrictions to your spirituality. And you have to watch out. Neptune is Pluto's virus. Neptune is disease. So Monet, you could, not saying you've got diseases, but, you could be born with some sort of, hereditary disease or different things. And you always have to be mindful of your feet and your toenails. Okay. And just make sure you take care of your teeth. Capricorn rules that, and the nails, fingernails, not toenails, but because the Neptune is toenails. And some of the bones, that's Capricorn energy. But you could be very creative and want to turn your creativity or your spirituality into business. I'd have to see the whole chart, but that's just a quick little synopsis. What else? Everybody's what we're saying?
Moon Goddess said, "Hey Eric, Robin here."
Oh, I know who you are, Moon Goddess. How you doing? I'm still dealing with my computer issues. I sent Denise her chart, so she was blown away. But I need a couple of days to finish the custom video summary. But she's like, "Oh my God, this is so much." And I said, "Yeah, no, that's why you guys, July 1st, I'm going to start doing live readings, $55 for 30 minutes. And we schedule it. And I will record it and then send you an MP3. And, we can do it over the phone, or if you want to do it over Zoom, we could do that. And then $100 for an hour. The full 12-house report and custom video summary is so much work. And Moon Goddess will tell you guys, I give you my blood, sweat, and tears. But July 1st, I'm going to increase the price because it's way more worth than $150. It's a mini movie of your life. The written report is written with video, so it's like a double entendre. And you could go in 2024 and be like, "Oh, what does it mean that I have Neptune in my third house?" And, "Oh, Eric wrote this, and then I got a video." I mean, it is so detailed. It's like a piece of art. It's like astrological scientific art. Is that like a way to describe it, Moon Goddess? I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying, because I've had readings from other astrologers. People don't give you what I give you. So let them know that, Moon Goddess. But July 1st, it's probably going to go up to $250, and I know for some people, they won't do that and won't afford it, can't afford it, but it's that special so that if you want to do that, it's worth that for me to do all that work. Okay. My Virgo sun has got to be not such a humanitarian. I've also have to be fair to myself because this is a business. Okay. So you got some time, and I'll be making a big announcement of my new services. I'm updating my website, but I'm going to Mercury Retrograde. It's killing you, boy. All right. So what else they saying? Who else is on? Hello, new people.
Cameron Love.
Can you guys see me good? Because we're all so messed up. We were trying to fix the chat, and then it took away the screen. I can't even see myself.
How are we going to end it, though? We're going to have to try to figure that out.
We'll figure it out, but at that point, that's when we'll do the back arrow. So, but can you guys see me? Good? Anyone? Right? Yes? Or thumbs up? Yeah?
I don't know. It's delayed a few seconds. Oh, yeah. Mom said you could see us.
Okay, cool. Okay, what are they saying?
Monet said, "Wow, so accurate. Thanks for the breakdown."
Yeah, Monet, definitely. And just understand also, Monet, when you got Neptune on the ascendant real quick, you can be other people's ideal. Like they will idealize you and be like, "Oh, Monet, you're this, that, and I love you." You know what I mean? But you, because it's on the ascendant for the descendant, you can be unrealistic about those Cancer 7th house partners. Someone's coming to you like, "Yo, Monet, I can provide you safety and security for a partnership, relationship, business, whatever." But you will see them and you can have unrealistic expectations of your partners as well. Now, we'd have to look at your Jupiter and your Venus and your Juno, but just to give you a quick idea with how that works, okay? It's okay.
Cameron Love said,
"Hey, Cameron.
Venus conjunct Neptune, Neptune square Sun and Moon, Uranus trine Sun and Moon, Neptune trine Mars."
Okay. But you'd have to like kind of rewrite some of that and just, but that's interesting energy. But like, what's your ascendant? Do you have anything in the first house? You know what I mean? But what she said, what was the first one? Venus trine Neptune?
Venus conjunct Neptune.
Oh, Venus conjunct Neptune. Well, so, for you, Cameron, I mean, I still would have to know what signs that's in, but.
Oh, no, it's caramel, my bad.
Caramel. Okay. Yeah, the young boy, we got to get him on the reading. Okay. We got to make sure. But in some ways, you're pure love, but in some ways, you could be very unrealistic about love and relationships. So just be careful. Don't let people take advantage of you. Sometimes you could be overly giving financially, spiritually, and emotionally, sexually. Okay. So just protect yourself. I mean, I'm so chill right now. I did this sound bath meditation and healing today. First time ever doing it. And I got to tell you guys, like, I saw some stuff and I know I'm going to have some wild dreams tonight. As I tell my clients, you guys, please, you are no longer in the business of negative self-talk. And you have to protect your spirit and your energy. I don't care. These people, lifelong friends, cousins, siblings, so-called boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other. Don't deal with energy vampires. Don't deal with people speaking negatively and being jealous and hating on you. I'm starting my hater chart. It's going to be $35 for the mini chart. And I can show you where, in your birth chart, people will be prone to be jealous of you and hate on you. So that's a fun little mini chart service. I'll be adding that soon. But I mean, you can, book it at tailoredtoyoucoaching@gmail.com today. I'll be putting it on the website, the end of the next week. I'm just switching, from GoDaddy to Bluehost. I'm doing a lot of stuff. But, just Caramel, be mindful. You have to guard your energy. Okay. It's crucial because, unfortunately, not everybody that says they love you or got your back, they don't really do. Okay. So what's up?
Jessica said hello.
Hey, Jess. Oh, and just email me and we can confirm and you could send the rest of the payment. I am still like crazy booked up, but to complete the chart. So we can do that. You can send the rest of the money and then we'll do that. And then I'll do your custom video summary. But I don't know if you saw or you heard or whatever. I'm hoping everything will be fixed by Tuesday, Wednesday, the latest. Mercury retrograde, terabytes, videos, computers. I've been, but it's good for you to get it now, Jess, before I raise my prices. So I'm excited. And I hope you enjoyed your Big Four astrology. You guys, if you just want to get your feet wet, right? Big Four astrology, only $75, learning about your sun, moon, ascendant, and your North Node, very, very important. So go ahead. Who else?
Nothing really else.
Okay. And I hope you guys are, just don't fear. Do not fear, right? Pluto and Saturn can bring in fear. Don't fear these planets. Understand the energy, be respectful. Saturn's telling you, get disciplined, structured, and organized. Respond to your abilities. And then you push past the fears and anxiety it can cause and the limitations. Just so you know, a lot of times in the chart, if you guys have Saturn and Leo placements, depending on what house, I just like to give you little astrology tidbits. Sometimes I've seen often in a few clients' charts, Saturn, Leo, it can be a death. And I'm sorry, it's not just Saturn, Leo. It's Saturn and Leo, but if it's conjunct the sun, it can be a death of your father, at an early age, or it can be, a father that's very stern, maybe even verbally, physically abusive. Even sometimes a separation from your mom or you go live with the mom and you're not around the dad. Doesn't mean that the relationship can't be healed. Anything can be. But it's just one of the things that it's come up in a couple of different readings. So it's things that I kind of try to mentally study and research and that I like to share with you guys, just like the Jupiter on the ascendant, being taller than average, a lot of children. So if you marry a woman or a guy and they had Jupiter on the ascendant, just be mindful. You might have At least 2 or more kids. Okay. Anything else? What they saying?
Caramel said, "It's true. My family takes advantage of me. I am very giving, and I am a Virgo as well."
Oh, Virgo sun? Yeah. Well, with that Capricorn, right? So that Virgo sun is in the ninth house. And it's part of your philosophy and belief system to maybe be a little analytical and critical, and maybe too self-critical. But it's trining the ascendant, so you need to learn lessons from that Virgo sun. Now, when the Virgo sun in the ninth house, maybe dad could be a little stern, and you guys can disagree on beliefs. Not always, just saying. I'd have to see the whole chart. Could be a little dogmatic, but you are very much about service. And obviously with that Venus Neptune stuff, you still didn't tell me. I don't think you told me what house that's in. But yeah, that's a good energy. Virgos, we are too self-critical. So be nice to yourself, okay? Promise me that. And remember, none of us are perfect. Only God, right? So the perfectionist stuff, don't do it. And you've got a book. You've got a story to tell about your education, your spiritual journey, your changing of beliefs and philosophies. Maybe you were raised devout Catholic, Muslim, Christian, and now you're becoming more open spiritually and getting into astrology or the metaphysics and numerology and human design. And that's good if you are, and if you're not, I don't like to assume, that's cool too. But I would say get a birth chart reading, whether it's with me or anyone. It will be a blessing to you. It is literally the map of your life. And you can learn so much more than just watching my videos on the internet or anybody's and researching at hodgepodge. You need to get a birth chart and then even really study it. So I'm kind of behind my program, but I'm trying by hopefully sometime in July, if not August, I'll have probably an 8-week course teaching the foundation to introduction to basic astrology. Okay. So this will be planets, houses, signs, and a little bit, get your feet wet just to give you a little bit of knowledge of medical astrology. And then the intermediate level, we would get into, transits and aspects and stuff like that. But that's just too much to give an intro to basic class. So it'll be 8 or 9 weeks, won't be crazy expensive. We'll be meeting on Zoom. I'll do it through Teachable or Denio or whatever I figure out. I'm not the technical whiz, so I'm trying to build all that stuff together. Okay. But the class and the teaching and the subject matter, and I'll give you homework and little quizzes because I want you guys to learn this, and to learn from a Virgo sun with a Capricorn moon and a Scorpio rising, whether I'm teaching you or doing your birth chart, you want to mess with your boy. Okay. I say that with all love and humility, but I'll go the extra mile to help you and then share and teach. Okay, what did he say?
Jessica said, "I will purchase the rest of the reading on Thursday. I'm excited. I have been stressed lately and noticed that I have haters, so I would also really like to do the mini chart about haters."
Oh, yeah, I'd be excited to do that. And we can do that separate from the rest of the birth chart because it's specific things that I look at. But yeah, no, Jess, definitely. And don't let people stress you. And I know it's so easy. Like, I don't mean it like in a throwaway, frivolous way to say it because, we care about people, our friends, our family, our coworkers. We can't avoid some of this nonsense. But sometimes understand when people are coming at you that way, it's because you're evolving, you're growing, you're transmutating, you're transforming, you're getting on your higher vibration. So sometimes take it as a compliment, even though it sucks and it can hurt. And also tell them, back way, say, my Jessica's a bad girl. Yeah, leave me alone, You got a great chart, Jess. So, you're going to be all right. They can't mess with you for too long. You just keep shining and smile at them, So What else? Any other outer planet question? Oh, what is that?
Caramel said, I will get a reading, but I have to get the exact time. I was told I was born around 12 or 1 a.m. I was born September 22nd.
Oh, September 22nd. Okay. That's kind of very Libra, just so you know. You might even be 0 degrees Libra, Caramel. But we'll figure it all out and see if you can get as close to the time. If not, I can. Now, this will cost a little extra, but I can help you. We'd have to get on the phone and talk, but I can help you through the events of your life, figure out the time of your birth. So at least we get the ascendant right. Right. For example, like if it was 1222, and even if we were off and it was 1233 in terms of like when you're actually born, we can, together, and I gotta tell people I won't, but like, okay, so it does take time. It could take us half an hour to an hour. So the max, I would charge you maybe $25 extra. And if it took us over an hour to figure it all out, I would just go up to 200. But I would cap it at 200 because it does take time and work, and I've got to figure this stuff out. But it's so worth you doing it because it's going to help guide you through the map of your life. And then once you kind of get this knowledge, you'll be able to go to, planetary.com or whatever, and you could see where the planets are, and you could see and start to learn how the transits are affecting you. Or, eventually down the line, you take my intro to astrology class, because, let's say that Virgo sun is, and it might even be the Libra sun in the 10th house is 0 or 1 degrees, to be honest with you. But, no. You could be 29 degrees Virgo. You really could. That's true. Because I forgot that cusp of beauty, I think, goes from the 21st to the 26th, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, or 22. Okay, yeah. So you could still be the Virgo at 28, 29 degrees. But I'll just say, you're on the cusp, but you'll be one sign or the other. Just so you guys don't get it confused, right? You're either a Virgo or a Libra, but you'll feel the energy of both, okay? And, your Mercury could be in, you could be a Virgo sun and Mercury and Libra and Venus and Libra, you know what I mean? So you could feel both energies a lot, all right? So, but yeah, hit me up, taylor2coaching@gmail.com. I'd be honored. And you can ask Moon Goddess and Jessica, I'm a hard worker, and I give you the goods, and one thing that I would say that you'll really like, I'm very intuitive, in terms of my readings, and I give you futuristic visions in a sense of things even hobbies you can turn into money, potential partners for relationships. Potential, I can see if you would get married twice in your chart, the 9th house is the second marriage, just different things. But it's also about really healing from your past and your childhood. We all have to unlearn. It's really the spiritual. Most people they're born, but are not alive. People are walking around, one shoulder there's a coffin, the other shoulder there's a pillow. They're walking dead like zombies. And it's not a negative, hateful thing. It's so hard to get awake from the system in the matrix. I mean, just sit down one day and watch any of the TV shows, the nightly news, the news cable, this, the everything. It's so much programming, television. They're telling you what to see. And it's hard sometimes to know if your thoughts are your own or what you've been programmed from social media to Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, right? Snapchat, your friends, to the magazine, especially for women. You get, all these unrealistic visions of what beauty is for a woman. All of you women on here are beautiful. Don't worry about the fake filters and all these foolishness they do on the magazines and Instagram. I've worked around these celebrities. They're not all drop dead gorgeous. They're just human like you and I, okay? So don't try to measure yourself up to so-called famous people. It's just like the popular kids in the lunchroom, and you could be very popular And someone that's unpopular doesn't mean that they're not dope, amazing, or special. You know what I mean? Everyone's just different. So, but yeah, you'll love it, and it'll be my pleasure to do the chart reading. You know what I mean? And give you food for thought. You know. All right. What else?
I don't know. Try scrolling down. Can't tell.
That's it.
Okay. No.
Okay. So, any questions about Uranus, Neptune, or Pluto? How are you guys doing with Mercury in retrograde? You know. Oh, and also, I'm gonna finish up Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. I got a Uranus Leo video ready to upload, but I'm having that many computer issues that I can't even put it up. So the last couple of my videos are just the lives, But I'll say this. And I'll put up a poll, but if you guys just want to give me some suggestions now, I'm finishing my moon through the house of series, and then next will be Venus because of the voting, and then I'll get to Mercury, Mars, try to do them in order. But in terms of just the planetary plate, like I just finished the North Node, would you guys like to see Chiron or Black Moon Lilith next in terms of that? So just you can comment here and let me know. Chiron, right? That's Chiron. That's the wounded healer, which is really important. Or Black Moon Lilith. And both of them are kind of misrepresented when you search online. Now, there's a lot of good astrologers with good YouTube videos on them, but I definitely want to share my perspective. I try to bring a unique twist to it with my flavor, Some of the astrologers that have talked about it, I don't totally agree with their view on it. And some are amazing. I know, what's the gentleman, Tom Jacobs, how he looks at Chiron and Lilith. He looks at the true Black Moon Lilith, H13 on astro.com. And he's really good at breaking it down, So I want to do it. I'm not going to get to the houses yet, but just through the signs, right? Through Aries, through Pisces. Any votes? What are the people saying?
Not any votes yet, but Caramel Love said, "No, I don't act like Libra. I am very Virgo. I am blunt, a perfectionist, clean freak, intelligent. My Mercury is in Virgo. My Sun is at 28.43 degrees."
Okay, so I was right. 28 degrees. Okay, yeah. No. And that's cool. I mean, you're still cuspy. But because the Mercury is in Virgo, and that's what mine is in, so I feel you on many levels, my sister. And yes, we are blunt. Because Mercury, where's your Mars, Caramel? Because my Mars is in Virgo too. I've got a stellium in Virgo, so is my Pluto. But Mercury in Virgo, it's at home there. It's its true home. So Gemini is like the vacation home, and it's exalted in Aquarius. But in some ancient astrology, like in Vedic and I'm not sure in Hellenistic, some feel Mercury. You see how my Virgo and Mercury blended it? Some feel that Mercury in Virgo is exalted and not in Aquarius. But I look at it as exalted in Aquarius, and its true home is in Virgo. And the vacation home is like, Mercury in Gemini, which is right now, Mercury's in Gemini right now in retrograde. So that's cool. Yeah, I like that, Caramel. That's, you're my soul sister. All right. So I feel you on that. And, we could be really critical. You got to be nice. The perfectionist stuff, stop it. As you mature and get older, you'll see it doesn't serve you. It can be hurtful to yourself, and you can, be a little mean sometimes because you're so precise and on point. I hate when I meet people, or even when I see people on television, even athletes, and I'm a big sports fan. I hate when people dispense language in just awkward, terrible ways, and they're fumbling and bumbling and can't talk. Now, I don't mean like the little mistake I made combining Virgo and Mercury. That's just a quick mind, right? I mean, like, they can't put their words together. And it's not like an ethnic thing. It can be any culture and race, you know what I mean? Like, Caucasian people, they can never say the names of people from foreign cultures and countries. You know, and they got freaking Indian people in America being insecure and coming up with little nicknames just so Caucasians could say their name properly. So it's not just like a black thing, but there's certain people when they talk, they sound like their tongue is too big for their mouth. That makes me crazy. You know, sometimes, you know, on social media, but I don't get on people for like grammar errors and stuff like that. I'm like, who cares? You know, it's social media, you know, because I give people grace with that stuff. You know, I think it's when it's face to face when people have issues, or when I'm watching. And let me tell you something, everybody, you know, well, people will try to criticize small people or small businesses. I know on my website I have a couple of grammatical errors, but guess what? These major, big billion-dollar companies, they have errors on their websites all the time. I see it on ESPN. You can see it on Macy's. You can see it on like all these websites, and you're like, oh, that's totally wrong. So it just goes to show you, it's just, even with and they've got like big time editors, right? I don't have those. That's got little old me. So you know what I mean? So, but just don't beat yourself up, okay?
Jessica said, I'm the same way. I don't like it. I don't like it when she made a mistake when people don't talk properly. I see it as uneducated. My Mars and Virgo.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot your Mars is in Virgo. Yeah, me too. And that's what happens with me, because Mars in Virgo is like this verbal soldier, warrior, fighter, right? We talked about it on the live, like I think week 8 or week 9, I don't know. But just like for me as a MC, as a rapper, right? Mars in Virgo is a great placement because it's logically, strategically breaking down a plan and assessing things, you know, and it's like a verbal, it's great for debating. You know, I would be an amazing politician and president. You know, I would love to get on the debate stage. When I watch these debates, I'm like, these guys they're terrible. I'm so unimpressed. I would destroy them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, wow. You know, because I think and I realize it comes easy to me having Mars and Mercury in Virgo. But then it's hard to relate. But now being a professional astrologer, I see where certain things are just natural to others, right? Computers are not natural to me, you know, but for some people, it's like the back of their hand. Like some people are just, they get on a computer, they can do the Apple, the PC, and they just and it's just like a second language to them. So that makes me realize, like, okay, so we all have our individual gifts and talents. And these same people can fumble around verbally. Because you have to understand, some people, and you can see this in the chart, some people, I know some IT geniuses that they can be on the spectrum. Asperger's, right? You know, even though they don't like to label it as Asperger's anymore, or autism, different things, but their mind can be genius in one area and then just a little off or deficient in others, you know? And your Mercury can teach you a lot in terms of the sign and then the house in terms of your focus on what your mind thinks about. Now, remember, the moon is how you emotionally react to things, how your mind reacts, right? Mercury is how you learn, express, right? Communicate, write, text, all this stuff. So, yeah, but I feel you, Jess. I feel you on that. Yeah, you know. Yeah, no, Jess, I do kind of remember, like I visualize charts, you know, and so when I go to sleep at night, I can see different charts. But I do remember, you know, you've got some good markers for just being really. I think I wrote it in your big 4, but just not just intelligent, but you're probably pretty witty too, Jess. So you have a quick wit, you know, and stuff like that. So, but you guys, come on, write down below for me. Let me know. Would you like to see Chiron through the signs or Black Moon Lilith? I mean, eventually I'm going to do both. No big deal. But if you have a preference, let me know. I like to, you know, I like to do what you guys want to see, you know. And when you guys see the videos, please like them and share them and comment. You know, it helps me in the algorithms, and I just appreciate it, you know. And also like to know your perspective. Because, you know, like if you feel like, oh, it doesn't resonate for me that way. And understand, when you're looking at, like, let's say Moon in the 3rd house video, it's just the moon in the third house. For you in your chart, you could have it conjunct or trining, Mars or Pluto, so it's going to vibrate differently. But it's just looking at that one placement, okay? And I'm going to start to do some more videos of breaking down the big three and the big fours. And I do that for my Patreon subscribers. So, but I'll do a couple over here just to give you a little flavor of how I do it. I think I have one or two up now, but it's fascinating, right? Like, so if you've got like a Virgo sun, like you are, Cameron, like the Virgo sun in the ninth, right? And then the Capricorn ascendant, and let's say, moon and Cancer in the seventh. Just those three placements, what that vibrates, and then let's say like North Node in Aries. And so like that's the big four astrology, mini birth chart for $75. But just doing a video, just talking about just those placements and just showing you, how it works. Because sometimes when you search for that, if you're curious online on YouTube, nothing comes up. Some astrologers have done combinations of sun and moon, or sun and rising, different things. But to do the big three or to do the big four, that's, so I like to, stand out and be a little unique. And that's my Virgo stellium in the 11th house. I like to, go left and up when everybody's going right and down. Anything else?
Jessica and Caramel both said they want Black Lilith.
Yeah.
Black Moon Lilith.
Yeah.
And Jessica said, I'm also dealing with a broken heart. My ex left to be an actor and wanted to be with other people. He was an Aries rising. And Caramel also said, I am on the spectrum and I have ADHD as well, but I look and act normal. But
Yeah.
I'm not very social.
That's okay, Caramel. God bless you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. And yeah, no, I totally understand that. It's something that I deal with in my own family, and I know everyone acts and looks normal. You know what I mean? So it's not. Don't even sweat it, and don't be self-conscious about it, because whatever our issue is, when we define it, claim it, and are kind of proud of it, and wear it on our sleeves, then it doesn't hinder us so much. We have ownership and victory over it, right? So, Caramel, I'm legally blind in my right eye. Okay, so that's why I've got my young son here helping me read this, because if I was trying to read this and do the live, I couldn't focus on giving you the knowledge and information. And I can see good enough to do your charts and all that, but having the legal blindness in my right eye, it makes it, I have to get, close up on the screen and really look. And so I put my young son to work, and also he's learning and he's developing skills, and he is, he's my firstborn. I have an older son, my stepson, but this is my firstborn, and I want him to learn this knowledge and skills. And, and he doesn't mind helping dad. You like helping dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. See? But so, it doesn't, but you know what I mean? Like, we have to be okay with the imperfections that God gave us. And so I was right? The Neptune on the ascendant. So that's the thing that you have. And I have the legal blindness in the right eye. That's from the Neptune on the ascendant. Now, some people, it can be, doesn't have to be, it can be a disease, but sometimes it can be something mental. And also be mindful, don't play the victim card, because you're much more than that. Because sometimes Neptune on the ascendant, people can try to play, the role of a victim, and that doesn't serve you in life. So yeah, you guys, I'll do Lilith. I mean, I got to finish Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, and my moon through the houses, but I'll start rocking with Lilith. I've been feeling spiritually that I need to do that and throw that out there. I feel like people need to hear my perspective on Lilith, because I got an interesting perspective. Because remember, it's your root chakra, it's your gut, your instincts, it's your intuition. And so in this patriarchal system, it's been vilified, and on the internet they try to make it all sexual and demon. Now, it does have some female Pluto energy, but it's a place where you feel rejected, and it's an energy where people can sometimes, they'll project things on you, almost like the Neptune, but it's totally different, right? But people will put things on you. You know, if it's in your 7th house, oh my God, even your 10th house, people will flirt with you, especially for women. It's always going to be stronger in a woman's chart. And then Lilith loves to be in earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But it's connected to even how we, our pheromones, how we digest things and eat things, right? And just that sense when you meet someone, right? So Jessica, someone be like, oh, Jess, I got a new guy for you. You got to meet Steven. He's this, that. And then you go out on a date with Steven and, you know, you can visually see like, yeah, he's an attractive guy, but not to me. You know how that goes? Like you can be attracted to someone, but it doesn't matter. And then you could be attracted to someone that is a little different looking that your other girlfriends are like, no, I don't like, you know, and you're like, no, that guy is hot. Like, you know what I mean? So sometimes our eyes can lie to us. A lot of our attraction comes from scent. It is truly hormonal and pheromones, and that's connected with the Lilith. But when you have Lilith in the 4th, can be issues in the home growing up. Lilith in the 7th and 10th, you could have a ton of people flirting and hitting on you, and also in the ascendant. 1st, 7th, and 10th, like out in public and stuff, just in general, and people being intimidated by you too. You know, so Lilith is no joke. It's no joke. So yeah, you know, thank you for saying that you wanted that. That's what my Lilith was telling me I needed to do before the Chiron, was to do the Lilith. But I love you guys, man. I love your insight, and I just appreciate you guys supporting my channel. Like I always say, and I can never say it enough, it means a lot to me because I don't have special algorithms or this or that. I just got to 1.42 today and I've earned it, you know? So I really appreciate the love and support, like more than you could ever imagine, you know, because I take this serious. This is a calling for me. And I've had a lifetime of different jobs and careers, and it's all kind of coming together like boom, you know, to be the astrologer and relationship coach and chronic illness coach. I really help people with medical stuff too. You know, I'm not a doctor, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn. But you can see through the chart, medical astrology, where you can be prone to sicknesses and illnesses and stuff like that. So go ahead.
Actually, a few things.
Okay.
Lady Mensa.
Hey, Lady Mensa, welcome.
Said Chiron, please, and Tiffany said hello. Yes, do the big. Yes, do the big 3, and I prefer Black Moon Lilith.
Okay.
And then
so we have 3 Liliths and 1 Chiron.
Lady Mensa said, which has a bigger influence in our chart, Lilith or Chiron?
Oh, that's a great question. Thank you. I love when you guys ask me questions. You know, that's hard to say, to be honest with you, lady. Okay. The asteroids are somewhere out there between Mars and Jupiter. And, you know, a lot of it would depend on the sign and the house it's in terms of the story of your life. Does that make sense? So your Black Moon Lilith could be in the 9th house, and it might just be like, okay, you were forced to go to church as a child and you hated it and you got spanked a couple of times, and then now you're like, oh, I'm a recovering Catholic and I'm into tarot and astrology. Not the end of the world. It happens to a lot of people, whatever. Now the Chiron, it could be a death of a family member, a disability. It could be someone coming out of the closet. It could be, unfortunately, a rape or sexual abuse. It could be a divorce or a parent dying, a severe car. I mean, Chiron, okay, let me break it down. You know, the centaur and all that stuff, right? So that's the mythology, but the Chiron, the wounded healer, it's this emotional, physical, spiritual wound. And what a lot of astrologers won't tell you, 2 things. It's either between birth and 18 months. And sometimes some people look at it as there's 2 wounds. There's the wound that is more subconscious. That's really when you are There's some sort of rejection in your birth from mom, maybe emotionally not being available or whatever, and from birth to 18 months. And then you can look at the degrees. So let's say your Chiron is at 9 degrees in the third house. It could have been serious bullying at school, or you stuttered in the classroom and people teased you, and it created such a wound that like you switched schools, or let's say the fifth house, which is like 13 to 21, high school and college, and you got Chiron at 14 degrees, right? So when I would write to you, I would say, okay, what happened to you at 14? Lady Menza, right? Jessica, Caramel. Are there any other people on too? How many people are on right now?
I can't see.
Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah, no, it doesn't show here.
Okay.
Just go back down.
Okay. Well, that's all right. We're just happy with the people that are on. I'm just curious, you guys. But so back to what I was saying. So it could be, let's say the 14 degrees. So I could say to you, like, well, Lady Menza, what happened to you at age 5 or age 14? And that would be around your creativity, right? Your hobbies. So this could be like maybe you were in a school play and you fell off the stage, broke your wrist. The whole school was laughing at you, teasing you. It created such a wound. So you know what I mean? So that's why it's hard to say they both are really important, because in general, you want to know this energy so you can move past it and heal. Now with the Chiron, you tend to not want to face the wound as much, but you can help other people deal with these same issues more, easier, in an easier way, compared to it's harder sometimes for us as human beings to be introspective and to move past our childhood wounds. So I work with my clients, not just in astrology, but in my relationship coaching program, about increasing your self-love. You could check at tailored2coaching.com, read about my services, but it's a great program. And it's not just like for Jessica, for you finding a new boyfriend, a new soulmate, and that boyfriend, you know what? Bye, Felicia. Jess, you'll find somebody better. And when I finish your chart reading, I'm glad you said that. I'll look at there and you're going to be golden. All right. So don't stress it. He wasn't your husband. And that's okay. And maybe it comes back around. You never know. But, it's pretty clear sometimes in the chart. And I remember I was only looking at your big four, but I could see some different things. I don't remember your part of fortune and your Juno, but, I share that with you, but like not in terms of in the houses, right? Just for the general energy. And which is a nice little treat because, like, trust me, like just that part, most astrologers wouldn't even break that stuff down for you like that, All right, so we'll go a couple more minutes, but you know what I mean? So to answer your question, it just depends on the sign and the house placement, because they're both, Lilith is very important. Lilith on the ascendant, people, it's like having Scorpio, Pluto on the ascendant in a way. You know what I mean? Like people can fear you or be very attracted to you. Black Moon Lilith is an energy that you can't always, until you get your chart done, you know nothing about it, but it's an area where people, they can feel you're just like I don't want to say an outcast, but you go left in this part of your life where everybody else is like status quo and in the box and going right. What sign and what house it's in, you're always going to go left. Okay. And that's cool. Cause like, we're not supposed to be carbon copies of each other. We're complex human beings, and don't be ever afraid to be you. I want you guys to promise me, Lady Mensa, Caramel, Jessica, like Moon Goddess, if you're still here, just always be authentic, be you. Now, the boyfriend, he was an Aries rising. Aries rising and Pisces rising, Jessica, are the two most rare ascendants. And the Aries, for good or bad, they are authentically themselves. Doesn't mean it's a good thing or a bad thing, but they are them. So like if he had to bounce and to go to LA and be an actor or go to New York and he feels like he's got to chase skirts, he's being authentic to himself. You know what I mean? It's a little bit maybe more low vibration, but it's It depends on what age you guys are, and he's still got to mature. Remember, ladies, you guys, the cerebral cortex, 25 to 28. For men, it's like 27 to like sometimes 30, 32. So it shows you God makes no mistakes in terms of, think about it, your Mars matures at 27, the sun somewhere between 26 and 30, depending on the sign in the house. Your Saturn return between 28 and 30. No one, if I was God or president, I would be like, nobody should get married to their 30th birthday. That's why the divorce rate is so high in America and in the world. You're not mature enough. You're not even really cognitively a functioning adult until really 30. Now, women, it's like 25 to 28. You guys, ladies, you're always 2 to 3 years ahead of us. You just are. God don't make mistakes, right? You guys are powerful. You bring life. We provide the seed of life, and you the life bearer. You guys are you're the divine feminine, and more now than ever, we need to honor that energy. And remember, all of us are masculine and feminine, right? So the air signs and the fire signs are masculine energy, and earth and water more receptive feminine energy. So for air and fire signs, it's hard for you guys to be introspective. It just is. Doesn't mean that they're not great people or kind or thoughtful and passionate, super intelligent. They are all these things, but they're not going to take the time to be super self-critical unless they've got a lot of water and earth in their chart. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, lady said Mars 3 degrees conjunct Venus 4 degrees, Lilith 17 degrees, and Aries in the 10th house.
Ooh, God, lady. Okay. Do you work with metal? Are you a doctor, a nurse, firefighter, police? You climb mountains? Are you, like you could do, with that energy, and you're going to have some haters too. A lot of people are going to be that Aries in the 10th house. So you're the Cancer rising, right? Yeah, you could have a lot of people jealous of you, but Venus and Mars, it's in the 10th house in Aries, it's intense, but you got to make sure you follow through. You probably want to have your own job. You probably, you know what I mean? And you can work for the government. I don't know if she said anything, but you could definitely read the other questions. After Lady Menza.
My Juno wasn't. Oh, that's not a question. That's from Jessica.
Oh, what'd she say? My
Juno was in Sagittarius.
Yes. So now they can be some blunt, arrogant men, Jess. But don't worry, I'm gonna help you. We're gonna figure this out, okay? But Sagittarius are fun. My cousin, one of my best friends, my grandfather, Sagittarius. They, I know ladies like that energy. It's the bachelor sign though, so they are kind of free spirits. It's hard to tie them down. You have to be the adventure for them that they want to conquer. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like Sagittarius guys, they tend to get married a little bit later. Can be a little arrogant. They like to hear themselves talk. Very funny. They're not so introspective at all, but they love to travel and explore and da-da-da-da-da, and just, they got big heads. They're intelligent, Go ahead.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. So yeah, Lady Menza, let me know, or him.
Yeah, and there's also 10 people on about maybe.
Okay. Oh, you can you see it now or no?
No, but that's what Lady said. That was a few minutes ago. So.
Oh, you can see it, Lady Menza. Thank you. Yeah.
Everybody else can because they view it. It shows how many likes they.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, make sure you guys like or whatever. My Cash App is the $T2UC. If you guys ever want to donate, my Patreon is Tailored to You Coaching. If you want to join there, I do some different content there than here, because YouTube's got its stuff, and so on Patreon you can kind of flow a little freer, onomatopoeia, be a knowledge agreeer or giver. I stand and deliver. Competition needs to shiver, but I appreciate you guys. I have a couple of Patreon subscribers and members and stuff, so I appreciate them. And so I definitely do a little exclusive content there. I haven't made a video there for a minute just because of what I've been going through, but I'm going to give them some audio drops soon. Yeah, like I said, hey, I appreciate your support, even just liking.
Lady said, I'm a nurse, but hate it. Always have trouble at work. I have my own business making handmade crystals, jewelry.
Okay, I got you.
Spiritual healer.
Yes.
Cancer rising, Aquarius sun, Virgo moon. 20-degree Pisces midheaven.
Lady Menza, I love that chart. Go ahead, girl. But see, I knew it. I told you. Okay. Yeah, so you're the nurse. People are hating on you. You really want to have your own job and career. And you see the Aries, just so you know how I knew that, the Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn, Pisces for the midheaven and Virgos can work in the medical field more often than not. And then especially with the Mars there, you can work maybe in the ER room, especially if you had that in the 8th house or the 10th and the 6th. You know what I mean? So, but Aries is, you are a little bit of a maverick, a pioneer, a leader. And, you don't have time for those haters. You just keep doing your thing, keep that steady paycheck. I know you kind of, God bless you. And thank you for your service. I know the last year and a half, God bless you, Lady Menza. I know it has not been easy. And nurses are, but it's getting harder for nurses. They don't like nurses to think on their own anymore because they want everything to be followed with the health insurance and the doctors and the politics. And so, and you're probably, what you said, you're probably super intelligent, intuitive, and it probably is limiting for you and frustrating because you probably want to help patients more than you're allowed to, if that makes sense. But do your thing with the crystals and stuff. Yeah. Do it, Lady Menza, do it, but just make sure you properly fund it through your day hustle, and then you slowly build it up. But let me know if you want to do a business birth chart with me. It'll blow your mind. You need to know the time when you started your business, got your LLC, your first sale, whatever. The business birth chart, I'm waiting for a testimonial. I just did one, and the client loved it. But she's going to hopefully do a video testimonial for me, and hopefully you'll see it soon on my website or social media, maybe on my Instagram or my website, tailored2coaching.com. But hit me up, Lady Menza, if you ever, I can see a lot about astrology, but if you want to go deeper and get the full chart, let me know. Yeah, keep doing your thing, and thank you for doing what you do. I've been taking care of my mom for 16 years. So I'm a caregiver and I'm a former teacher, and I've worked with multiply severely disabled children. So yeah, nurses, salute. Anything else? So I'm going to get ready to go. You guys have any other last questions or comments? Let me know.
Lady said, exactly. That's my problem. I have with healthcare, it's the corruption.
Yeah. Oh God.
They don't care about how people I feel.
No, I know. The last time my mother was in the hospital, the care was disgusting. It was disgusting. And I know what we've been going through, so I have grace and patience for people. But I mean, it was neglect, disgusting. Like deception, disgusting. Okay. So, and I was sick myself. That's why I'm a chronic illness coach too. I was sick. I had valley fever. It's a fungal thing. And I had it for 7 years. I had to doctors. And Western medicine is very, it's all about the FDA and insurance companies. It's very difficult. They don't think outside the box. I had to tell ENTs what I was going through because my body was overproducing mucus, like as if I had the flu, and I wasn't sick, except for but I had this valley fever. It's, it's more in the western part of the country. You have it in Nevada, Washington, California, dry climates. It's brutal, Lady Menza. And your boy suffered. I'm about 88 to 92%, but unfortunately, around summertime, June to October, I can, have little, not relapses, but I could, feel some inflammation and pain. So I'm very strict on my diet and what I eat. You guys make sure distilled water, iron, garlic, ginger, fruits and vegetables, colors of the rainbow. I'm not saying don't eat any meat or whatever. I'm a pescatarian. I don't judge anybody, but moderation, but definitely zinc, vitamin C, iron, calcium, vitamin D, take care of yourself, B12, get those herbs, get the superfoods. You have to be intentional about your health. Lemon peels, lemon, the acid of lemons, cayenne pepper. Okay. So, I'm all about it, Lady Menza. I'm real about mine. And taking care of my mother, a survivor of breast and brain cancer and dementia for 16 years, and the disabled children, and then my own sickness. I'm very serious about health. Okay. So anything else before I go?
No, she said thank you, exactly. But Black Diamond, this is my first time catching your live.
Oh, what's up, Black Diamond? I don't know you, but thank you. Welcome. How you doing? You got to come catch me more. I'll be back next week, probably Wednesday. But I am going to start doing like a Wednesday, Saturday type thing, just because I know some people can't rock during the week for the weekends. But yeah, Black Diamond, what's your big three? Your sun, moon, and rising. And if you got any questions real quick, I'll hit you up before I bounce. But welcome. Black Diamond, say anything?
No, Lady did. Sorry to hear that. Wishing you great health and wellness.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, those crystals help, right, Lady Menza? We know. Got to protect yourself, people. There's a lot of stuff, that we can't talk about here. A lot of energy and stuff out there. You have to protect your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your crown chakra. Guard your grill. Lady Menza would tell you, Lady Menza, hey, let me know. I'm telling you, the business birth chart. But even, I'm all about supporting small businesses, Lady Menza. So, you can always email me and we could always talk. God bless you. I champion people that are out there trying to just do the right thing. Right? And that's so simple. Like if we all just were on a high vibration, had self-love and loved one another and did the right thing, like Grandma taught us, be a much better place, right? My grandma was from Tampa, Florida. She got the switcher off the tree. Yo. My grandma was no joke. So, oh my God. All right, I'm about to go unless Black Diamond's going to respond.
Yeah, Black Diamond did say I'm being sneaky at work. I think she's at work and watching the live.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Well, real sneaky, real quick. If you want to put down your stuff and you can watch it later so you don't get in trouble, put down your sun, moon, and rising. And I'll just talk about it for you for a second. But you could always email me, get a chart reading. And Black Diamond is definitely a lady. You see the
picture? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Black Diamond. Well, thank you for joining me. Seems like besides my buddy, what's my buddy from the beginning?
Mad Gaming?
Yeah, Mad Gaming. It was mostly the ladies tonight. We normally have a good balance of men and women. But Mad Gaming, that's my guy right there. So, but thank you, ladies. I humbly appreciate you. And hope you continue to enjoy Memorial Day weekend. Drink your water. Stay safe out there. And hopefully I see you guys Wednesday night. I normally come on around 9 or 10 Eastern. And I try to keep that time so I can get a little bit of the East Coast and West Coast, the balance. So, yeah, I probably, the earliest I would come on is 8 p.m. Eastern. So, but I always put it up there so you would get the messages. Make sure you just subscribe to my page and ring the bell. And thank you for rocking with me. I hope you guys have a good one. I had an early dinner, so I don't have to go eat dinner, but I'm going to go let my son play some video games and enjoy the rest of the holiday weekend. And I salute you guys, and got to figure out how to get off of this thing.
I want to try and make sure it's saved.
Oh, wait, somebody just write something?
Oh yeah, Black Diamond said Sun, Virgo, Moon, and Taurus rising.
Honey, Taurus rising, Sun,
Sun
and Moon in Virgo?
Sun, Virgo, Moon, Virgo,
Okay.
and Taurus rising.
So Taurus, so that's Sun and Moon in the 5th house. Okay. Okay. Creativity, that's cool. You know, Taurus rising is really good. You know, I'd have to see the rest of your chart, but that's good energy. And I'm sure your Sun and Moon, you were probably born on a new moon. You know, I wonder if that was an eclipse season. But yeah, so that's good energy. Taurus ascendant, Black Diamond, you like to keep your apartment or your home kind of nice looking. You might even collect some things, and you probably like a little bit of ancient history and knowledge. So you probably do like learning about astrology or aliens or Atlantis, or different things. And you were probably very picky in high school and college when you were dating. Probably very picky, yeah. So you'd be a good parent, though, good mom for your kids. So, all right. So that's it. And you guys, please continue. Go back and watch all my series. I know it's a lot, but in your leisure. And please tell your friends about me, and say, hey, you got to watch this guy on YouTube talking about astrology and stuff. He's mad chill. He's mad funny and silly and goofy and chill and cool and knowledgeable, But I like to share with you guys, So, yeah, help your boy grow. Share, throw it on your Facebook page and shock people. They'd be like, oh, I didn't know she was into astrology. Don't be afraid. That's okay. That's not a sin. And you let them know, right? The 3 wise men saw came and found baby Jesus. They were astrologers. Okay. The moon controls the tides, the woman's menstrual cycle, the farmer's almanac. Biology helps all the the plants grow at night. Tides of the ocean, everything. As above, so down below. Your boy Taylor to you coaching us out with the flow. Peace. All right. Oh, somebody just.
Lady said, I'm so cute. Thank you.
Oh, she saw you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you, Lady Menzel. Yeah, this guy. He's done independent film, some print modeling. He's gonna be something. that's my guy. All right, bye.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Let's do the back arrow.
There's no back arrow though.
No, well, we have to minimize.
It's grayed out though. You see?
No, okay, we have to minimize.
Go back to Google.
This one?
No, that's.
Okay.
There's no. See, no.
That's minimized, right?
No.
What is that one?
That's enter full screen.
Yeah, that's what we have to hit. Sorry, guys, we're trying to figure out how to end this thing.
Here.
There's got to be a.
I have an idea. What if I reloaded it?
Oh, refresh it. Bye. Tell her to do coaching.
No. How would we go? Oh, another idea.
There's got to be something with over here in the corner. See, we can't even end this live with the computer issues I've been going through. It's been crazy.
Could that do anything? No.
No. But what's that brought up?
No available windows. I don't know. I'm trying to.
Oh, we could just close out Google.
Okay.
Oh, but then I'd have to come back and save it, I guess.
I think it will automatically save and put in the description. And just close out the YouTube.
Oh yeah, not the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one is it? Oh,
this one. Yep.
All right, go ahead, do it.
All right.
Bye.
Oh, it just worked. Oh my gosh! All right.
Okay, wait.
Now we just have to. Now you have to press the green button now.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. You did it?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Peace.